So, Sarah Jessica Parker and Anna Wintour both recently made videos for President Obama. And when I say they each made a video for President Obama, I don't mean that each of them decided all on her own to film themselves lauding the president and then put it out there on the internet for all of us to point and laugh at. No, each of them actually cut a video for the president's re-election campaign that was put out by the Obama re-election campaign. For all intents and purposes, they are campaign ads. Let's take a look at the one featuring Sarah Jessica Parker.
Okay, the guy who ended the war in Iraq, the guy who says you should be able to marry anyone you want, and the guy who created 4 million new jobs, that guy, President Obama and Michelle are coming to my house for dinner on June 14th. And I want you to be there too. But you have to go to joinobama.com for your chance to win, and a contest ends tomorrow night. So go right here, right now, because we need him and he needs us.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Okay, wow. Where to start? First of all, the 4 million new jobs. Really, he created 4 million jobs. Where are these jobs? He personally created them. Wow, I would love to hear her explain that. But I don't think she can. Frankly, I don't even think the administration or his re-election campaign can. Well, his campaign is stalked by some pretty crazy people, so they might be able to come up with some way to give him credit for 4 million jobs. But 4 million new jobs? I didn't realize he'd added that many people to the government payroll. But let's see here. Well, the other thing, he thinks we should be allowed to marry anybody we want, or she was talking to me. He thinks you should be allowed to marry anybody you want. Something tells me that if I, an adult male in my mid-20s, not currently married, so legally eligible to get married, wanted to marry one of his teenage daughters, well, I guess actually only one of them is a teenager, but anyway, the point is, something tells me there would be a problem with that. I don't think he'd be okay with that. I do not believe that Barack Obama believes that I should be allowed to marry anybody I want. But apparently Sarah Jessica Parker thinks differently. The thing I really wanted to call people's attention to and actually speak about in this video mainly was that part about ending the war in Iraq. She says the man who ended the war in Iraq is coming to my house for dinner. So George W. Bush is coming to your house for dinner? Or did you mean General Ray Odierno? Or General David Petraeus? Or any number of the brave servicemen and women who put their lives on the line to achieve victory in Iraq? No, you were talking about Barack Obama, even though he didn't do a damn thing to end the war in Iraq. Let's call a spade here. President Obama came into office. The Status of Forces Agreement was signed. All our forces were going to be out of Iraq by the end of 2011. Okay? That was the Status of Forces Agreement that was already in place when Barack Obama became president. And I actually blogged about this last fall when the troops were withdrawn, when the last American combat forces left Iraq and the war in Iraq officially ended. I just find it really offensive that President Obama is taking credit for ending the war in Iraq. Lest we forget, he actually opposed the very strategy that took us from what looked like an inevitable defeat to a convincing victory in Iraq. back in 2007, he actually sponsored a resolution disapproving of the president's change in strategy in Iraq, the so-called surge. So for him to actually take credit for something that was only accomplished because of a critical shift in strategy that he vehemently opposed and continued to voice opposition to and deny the success of for over a year before he finally relented. I put all that in the blog post. And make no mistake, yes, it's Sarah Jessica Parker saying that he ended the war in Iraq in this ad, but you heard that at the end.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
He evidently previewed this ad and gave it his stamp of approval, and therefore he adopted every statement made in that video as his own. He is claiming that he ended the war in Iraq. This isn't the first time he's done this. Back in May, his campaign put out another web video, another campaign ad, in which they listed among his accomplishments that he ended the war in Iraq. This is incredibly offensive, and I don't hear enough people on my side talking about this and bringing it up as often as I think they should. I know the major issues in this election are going to be jobs and the economy. I think deficit reduction is also going to be a big deal, but this really is a major indicator, at least it should be to any objective, reasonable-minded person, that Barack Obama is unfit to be the commander-in-chief of our military, that he would take credit for something that was only achieved because of a strategy that he vehemently opposed and campaigned against when he was running for president, is utterly despicable, and to say that it is unbecoming of the office of President of the United States is a gross understatement. But I felt like I should put this out there because I really don't hear this getting the level of attention and scorn that it deserves. Well, that's about it. Please follow me on Twitter. Also, I showed you a blog post. There are other posts on my blog that I'd like for you to check out. I'd really like to get more people commenting on the articles on my blog. It's great that you've been watching the videos and commenting on them. Please continue to do that. Subscribe if you like what you see. But I'd really like to get some more of you to go to my blog, so please do that. And until next time, don't mess with the right-wing genius.